him.
And John Andretti, you had a great beginning to the race. You're running strong, but then it turned into a long day.
Yeah, all of a sudden the Pennzoil car just started like hooking where it was trying to spin itself out through the corner, and we don't know why, but we made some changes in the pit stops, and you know, it just we just couldn't correct it.
Hey, one of those changes that you went to make was changing that wicker bill. We actually did a feature on that, but they had a problem with it, didn't they?
Yeah, it cost us a little bit of time in the pits here and a lap on the track, and you know, sometimes they get caught up in there and you can't quite get them out and in as fast as you like. So, but you know, the rest of the day it was just trying to, you know, basically not get in too many people's way and just stay off the walls.
Okay, thanks. We'll look for you for the Pennzoil car in Laguna Seca.
Thanks, Sean.
John Andretti finishes in 9th place. Al, not quite #1 just yet, but the possibilities are looking stronger and stronger, as Michael Andretti will simply have to finish 6th or better at Laguna Seca. This race here today won by Arie Luyendyk, Ray Hall in 2nd, Michael 3rd, then Little Al, then Mario. These, of course, are all unofficial. It'll be posted as official after a 30-minute interval at the end of the race. Cheever, Tracy, good run for Paul Tracy, Emerson Fittipaldi, John Andretti, Tony Bentonhausen. In the final standings here in the 200-mile run, Jeff Andretti, Hiro Matsushita, John Jones, good run there. Dennis Vitolo should make an impression on that new sponsor possibility. And Rick Mears, A.J. Foyt, Willie T. Ribbs, Scott Pruitt, Scott Brayton, and Danny Sullivan. Now we're from Ribbs on down in cars that fell out of the race, and Jeff Wood did not start the run here. What does that do to the points? Well, it means that the point fight is still very definitely open, most certainly at the top of the order. Michael Andretti leaves here just 12 points ahead of Bobby Rahal. Al Unser Jr. is now out of the championship fight. It is simply between Michael and Bobby. Paul Tracy with a really great run today. Right now he's with Gary Gerould.
A 7th place finish for Paul Tracy, but the important thing was the fact that you finished, and I know that's what this team wanted today, as did you.
Yeah, it was a tremendous opportunity for me to even be back out here in the Mobile One Penske car. To, you know, you say it's a dream come true to drive with this team, and to get a second chance after what happened at my first time out. It's a great opportunity for me, and we did what we planned to do this weekend, and that was finish the race and run strong during the race.
And how does the leg feel after the Michigan crash and the rehabilitation, and now a couple of 100 miles here at Nazareth?
Oh, the leg feels great. It hasn't really bothered me all weekend, and I could probably go another 200 if I had to.
All right, congratulations, Paul.
Thanks.
Let's go back to Paul Page.
Keep an eye on that young man, Paul Tracy. Over on the podium, they begin to celebrate the win here. And of course, this race today was the final set for the Marlboro Challenge field. Michael Andretti has the pole when we run the Marlboro Challenge on the 19th of October. Rick Mears will start alongside, then Fittipaldi, then Bobby Rahal. Al Unser Jr. will start in 5th place. Danny Sullivan, John Andretti, and Arie Luyendyk, all winners thus far. Mario Andretti locked up 9th place here today, and Eddie Cheever, right on that first lap accident, picked up the 10th starting position. Eddie has really been driving very well this year. Wouldn't it be nice if he scored his first IndyCar victory at the richest per mile race in the world, the Marlboro Challenge, and its tremendous purse of $920,000. We'll have coverage of that here on ESPN, as well as the final run. Rahal, a little battle yesterday, arm wrestling over the Marlboro Challenge. Mears and Rahal for the big bucks. Bobby Rahal said it, Derek Daly. Where did he come from? Arie Luyendyk, who stayed in 4th place, actually picked that up on the first pit stop.
Well, the critical time, Arie did pick up a lot of time on that first pit stop, but the whole race came down to lap 125. Rahal made his pit stop, but 5 laps later, Luyendyk came in, lap 130. Interesting enough, Al Unser Jr. also came in on that lap, and he didn't have to stop. So that's when Bobby Rahal goes back to have a look at the lap charts, he'll know exactly where Luyendyk got the mileage.
That one little 5-mile difference made all the difference in the world. This team showed the confidence that they could run to the end, took the gamble, and it paid off. Arie Luyendyk truly not in the fight of the race until right at the end. A couple of last thoughts from two guys who did a whale of a job in the pits today. First, Gary Gerould.
Well, Paul, for consistent action, it's really tough, in my estimation, to beat the mile ovals in IndyCar racing. Time and again, Phoenix, Milwaukee, Nazareth, wherever, we see great racing action. My hat's off to Morris Nunn, Vince Granatelli, those people, and all the adversity they've had this season without major sponsorship, to sneak through with a surprising one where they just pulled it out of the hat in the last full laps here. Let's go to Jan.
Well, Gary, you talk about Morris Nunn. This is where he sat. This is where the difference was made. Sitting here in the Vince Granatelli pits, they made the call out onto the racetrack, decided to stay out there. It was the deciding factor. He had enough fuel. What a great day.
And Jan, you better get down out of there before Morris Nunn catches you up where all his secrets are. So, Ari Leyendijk with the win. A Bosch run car in a Bosch sponsored race. So he certainly made the sponsors of this event happy. And I think it's made all of IndyCar racing happy because we take the championship to the very last race of the season at Laguna Seca. Paul Page for Derek Daly, Gary Gerald, and Jan Bigas. So long. We'll see you in Laguna.